What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the LBA Season 5. This is our season. I have a feeling in my gut. This is my heart, but it's also in my gut. I feel it in both places. So, starting out, round 1, we are going up against Green Scrafty. Rudy, you see his team on the preview right now. Now, real quick, you guys already know my team. You already know the powerhouses that we're rocking out with. But looking at his team, quick glance, I got really scared. I didn't plan a whole lot for Tentacruel. I planned more for Zapdos, and I really did not plan a lot for Delphox. All I had was Starmie. That's all I had. So I was worried about Delphox more than anything, to be honest. Because everything else, I thought I had a good counter to. Assault Vest Gudra, fine. Megalopony, fine. Sub Belly Drop, fine. Crest, Emergency Button. I was set. So, with all that being said, you guys already know, we're going to hop into the battle. LBA Season 5, Round 1, Green Scrafty. He's going to lead off with his Megalopony. Now, I thought that he might do this, so I led off with my Arcanine. You guys know what Arcanine's going to do. He's going to prevent the Fake Out spam. He's going to do everything he can to make sure that he doesn't get off the Fake Out. He's going to intimidate his physical attackers. He's going to withdraw immediately, which shows me that he thinks that he can do enough damage to me. He's going to go directly into the Delphox, which, you know, I went for a safe play turn 1. I went for a Will-O-Wisp. If he stayed in, I burned the Megalopony. If he switched out, I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose any health, nothing. He's going to go for a Psychic as I go for the Crunch. The Crunch is going to do 75% to this Delphox. So much. That came in clutch. It instantly neutralized it as long as I can get at my Stealth Rocks later on in the battle. He's going to switch out, and he's going to go into his Crest, which tells me it's physically defensive. It tells me automatically his Crest is physically defensive, and he thinks he can take a Crunch, no problem. So I'm going to go into my Starmie. The reason why I went into Starmie is so I can set off a Scald. I hoped I didn't get the burn. I didn't get the burn. He goes for a Moonblast, which is why I went into Starmie over Hydreigon, because I figured he would be carrying Moonblast for Hydra, thinking that he could just counter the second I went in to eat up a Psychic. So I figured I lost nothing by going into Starmie. Nothing at all. It was a safe play. I like safe plays. I go into the emergency button. The emergency button can eat up any hit, but he switches out. Oh, I got so hyped. I was like, you know what? This is it. I get the Toxic off, but he goes into Gudra, which, you know, is just as good. Assault Vest Gudra, I can slow it down. He goes for the Dragon Pulse. The Dragon Pulse is going to do nothing at all. I go for a Thunder Wave. Instantly neutralized. Made me so freaking happy. He can't do anything now. I get up free rocks. I get up seismic tosses before he can hurt me. He's going to withdraw his Gudra. Whenever he withdraws his Gudra, I start to worry. I see Tentacruel, and I'm like, damn. However, this is an opening, because this is his only Rapid Spinner. With me having up my rocks, this forces him to go for a Rapid Spin to save health on his other pokes. I thought this was a perfect opening for Hydreigon to come in and to go for a Dark Pulse. Not a Draco. He has a Azumarill. I'm not that silly. He's going to go for the Rapid Spin to get rid of the rocks, which, you know, I can get him up later against his Gudra later on in the battle. I'm not too worried about that. So I go for the Dark Pulse, and this does a whole hell of a lot of damage because it's a crit. That crit sucked as he goes for Dazzling Gleam. I didn't know that this thing got Dazzling Gleam. Ooh, that scared me, and then, turns out it gets Dazzling Gleam and Giga Drain as of Gen 6, so that sucks. I go for another Dark Pulse thinking I can take it out, but he lives on 1! He lives on like 2 HP and goes for a Sludge Bomb and takes out my Hydreigon. That worried me. That was a Crest check, and it's gone. I was scared. So, right here I'm going to go into my Starmie. Quick Revenge Kill. Go for a Psyshock. Nothing that he can switch into wants to take it except for his, Crest, and I just don't think he wanted to take the extra damage on it, so it's whatever. So right here, he's going to go into his Megalopony, and Megalopony, instant switch, instant check, instant damage on it is Arcanine. So I'm going to switch out, go directly into Rufus. Rufus is going to take this Fake Out so well. I mean, I saw the calc. I knew it would do 12% max, but seeing it in the game, after he Mega Evolves, obviously he's going to Mega Evolve the pink Lop, and he looks so good. Going for this Fake Out and seeing that it did 22 damage. That just blew my mind. I thought he was going to switch out. Even if he didn't, I got free recovery by going for Morning Sun here. I had nothing to lose. So I'm going to go for Morning Sun. I'm going to get a whole lot of my health back, and that makes Megalopony that much easier to check later on in the battle. I didn't want Rufus to take damage. I didn't know what item he was carrying yet. I haven't hit him with a special move to assure that he's Assault Vest. I still assume he's Assault Vest. So he's going to go for a Flamethrower, expecting to switch into my Registeel, and that does a lot. I was like, okay, that seems about right. That actually might seem about right, because Fire Blast does about 73%, 84 max with Assault Vest, so it's reasonable. Go for my Stealth Rocks right here, just like I thought I could. He's going to go for another Flamethrower, take me down to 12 HP, and I started to get a little suspicious. I did. I was like, okay, that doesn't quite look right. I don't know if I agree with that. So he switched out right here. I think that was a bad play, because if he had gone for another Flamethrower, he would have gotten my Registeel out of the way, wouldn't have to worry about anything else with my Registeel, because it lives so many hits. I go for the Seismic Toss onto the Crest, gets a decent chunk of damage off. Crest is hella bulky, so now that he's a little bit lower, that forces him to either go for a Moonlight or to try and set up on me. So this is a perfect setup opportunity for him. So I fire off a Toxic after he goes for Moonblast, which this does laughable damage. Laughable. So I go for a Toxic, get the Toxic off on the Crest. This Crest is now instantly neutralized. I'm not worried about it anymore because he's on a timer, no matter how much he sets up. I also have Scizor on the back to outspeed him once he gets a little bit of health taken away from him. So I'm not too worried. As you can see, my leftovers did more than what his Moonblast did to me, so that's really good to see. He's going to withdraw his Crest, and I was like, crap, damn it. So he's going to go into his Goodra, and I'm going to go for another Seismic Toss. I figured I spam Seismic Toss until I die on this Crest. But he switched into Goodra, so now I spam Seismic Toss on the Goodra until I die. Now, he's gone for Flamethrower on this thing twice now. I kind of assumed that he would go for the same thing and kill me, so a little bit more damage would be good, but he goes for Dragon Pulse, I think expecting the Starmie to come in to soak up the Flamethrower, but I live the Dragon Pulse too. That is crazy. Now right here I'm going to go for another Seismic Toss, and this is going to take him down to red health, which is really good, makes him really easy to revenge kill. Technically he only has to be below half to revenge kill, so awesome. I get another leftovers as he gets paralyzed. That paralyzed sucks because I think a Dragon Pulse might have taken me out there. I'm not 100% positive, but I think it might have. So he's going to go into his Lopunny as I go for another Seismic Toss. This Registeel is just getting Seismic Tosses off to cure the entire battlefield. He's basically making it so I don't have to worry about anything at all. So I love it. 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 So I'm going to get a little bit more leftovers right here. And whenever I get the leftovers, I'm like, you know what? That Crest is still worrying me. I'm going to switch the heck out, go into Rufus, like Rufus is meant to do, as he goes for a Drain Punch. After I get the Intimidate, of course. I get the Intimidate, bringing him down. He's going to go for a Drain Punch instead of a Fake Out, hoping to get some more HP back. That does nothing. I thought he'd be running Drain Punch over High Jump Kick. I was right. I knew he would not be running high-risk moves. And Rocky Helmet took him down to about where he was before the draining. So right here, I'm actually going to go for an Extreme Speed because I figured I get off damage. I do about 33% along with Rocky Helmet. That should kill him. So he actually goes into Delphox, and I get to take him out with the Extreme Speed. So that was really nice giving Arcanine a kill because Arcanine, defensive Arcanine, doesn't really kill too much, just more or less walls and wears down. So he's going to go into his Azumarill. It's at full health. This scares me. This Extreme Speed, I know can break a sub. So I stay in and I Extreme Speed until I die or he dies. One of the two, I don't care. Rocky Helmet plus Extreme Speed takes him down to almost half. So I Extreme Speed again. I have nothing to lose. He's going to go for another Aqua Jet, take me out, which is, you know, fine. I don't need this thing anymore because Bullet Punch now kills Megalopony, and Bullet Punch also kills Azumarill because he's at such a low amount of health. So now that he's actually done this for me, I can just Bullet Punch Revenge kill him. And the biggest threat on his team, to me, in my opinion, is out of the way. He's now going to go into this thing. And I was like, you know what? I have to get out of here. I'm not going to risk him having hidden power, fire, whatever. So I go into my emergency button. And he goes for a lunar dance. Instant red flags went off. I was like, holy shit. Does Stealth Rock activate before lunar dance does? What is he going to go into? Is he going to go into his Lopunny to get it back up now that I don't have Arcanine? I didn't know what the heck was going to happen. But he goes into his Goodra. And I was like, damn. This thing was the easiest thing to beat on his team. It really, truly was. Because two Psyshocks, I can live any one hit. Two Psyshocks brings him down to about 50%, and then Bullet Punch is about 50% kill. So I was still really worried, even though I had that knowledge in the back of my head, as he does take me on with a Flamethrower. So I was really worried. I'm going to go into my Tangrowth right here to hopefully knock off his item and finally find out what he is. But he's going to go for a Flamethrower. I can live it, but he gets a crit and takes out my Tangrowth. So I have no idea what item he is. He's gone for Flamethrower twice. Every time he's come in, he's gone for the exact same move. He's Specs! That's why he's hitting so hard. He's Choice Specs. I get a crit there. It sucked. Don't know how much it mattered. I'm not going to say it didn't. I'm not going to say it did. He goes for Flamethrower again on Starmie. He's Specs. Oh my god. No wonder it did so much to Registeel. So I'm going to go for two Psyshocks. I kill it. That second Psyshock doing about 40% revealed to me that two of them would have brought him down to enough to where Bullet Punch could have revenge killed him. So right here he has his Mega Lopunny in. After the stones go off, he goes for a Fake Out. I think he should have gone for Drain Punch. Yes, it's resisted. However, if he's running Adamant, it has a chance to kill from that range. He got more health back, and he doesn't have to worry about my Starmie. Worst case scenario, I don't die and he loses. However, at that range of health, he dies anyway to Scissor's Bullet Punch. And that Specs Goodra threw me off. I had no idea that was such a good call on his part. I go for the Bullet Punch, take out the Mega Lopunny, and I win my first LBA battle 1-0. That is a fantastic way to start out the season, even though it's a 1-0. Like, that's not a good differential to have after one game, but a 1-0 victory is still a victory, and that's all that matters to me. So I'm so freaking happy that my plans worked out the way I wanted them to. If he had had his Zapdos, I don't think they would have, to be honest. I think he would have beaten me because I didn't have as many checks to it. However, after the recent game, I've already started planning for my second battle, and that should be coming up very soon. Make sure you guys leave a like down below. Make sure you guys go to Twitter, say good game to Rudy for me. Wish him a happy birthday. He's going away for his birthday in like a week and a half. That's freaking awesome. Happy birthday, Rudy. So, again, please leave a like down below, guys. It really helps. I've been getting a lot of support on my channel recently. Thank you all so much for watching my videos. But please, please, please leave a like. It takes 2 seconds. I really appreciate it. Also, make sure you guys watch the Lithio region page, or the Lithio Battling Association page, so you can keep up with all the important info and things like that. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.